Northeast today, because what we have down here is certainly happening up there.
It's on the move. So, Jim, you're trying to solve Atlanta traffic problems. Try to solve the Northeast. I mean, we've got crazy traffic. You add in some rain. It's going to be a tough morning. So let's start in D.C., where we've already got the overcast, some fog out there, rain tracking in. Things are moving along, but it's early. We know how it goes here in D.C. Some tough traffic. Let's dig into the forecast, and we'll take a look at what's going on. And interestingly, despite how we've been talking about how warm it's going to be, freezing rain advisory up here in parts of Maine and into parts of Vermont as well, or New Hampshire, I should say. Now, what's happening is that temperatures at the surface are down near the freezing mark. Look at Greenville, 24, Bangor, 30. Portland, we're at 36. This happened the other day, too, on Tuesday, where we had that brief period of freezing rain. It might make things slick. You got to watch that very closely. Of just enough cold air at the surface in spots that we could get some freezing drizzle or freezing rain. And you can see where the air in general is coming from. Over the water, where water temperatures are upper 40s, nearly 50 degrees. So we are moving some warm air over top of any chill that's near the surface right now. Then let's take you into the rain tracking in Pittsburgh. We've got the rain. D.C., you can see it's not quite here yet. So if you can leave right now, I would, and beat that rain, because here we go. We time it out. Pittsburgh, we're in the rain, tracking in across the turnpike through the morning and lunchtime. By lunchtime, D.C., Philly, New York City this afternoon, it is pouring. Boston, for us, the evening commute is the one to watch. In D.C., I think it's a good chunk of the midday hours that is the worst of the rainfall. You'll have some rain tail into the morning commute, some rain at the beginning of the evening commute. Temperature-wise, though, despite the fact that it's going to be raining and it's December, it's not going to be that cold. We've got 59 in Philly for a forecast, 57 in New York City. JFK may set a record high temperature today, so the streak continues. For D.C., the rain times out like this and temperatures look like this. Rain moving in through the morning. Temperatures stay in the mid-50s. We'll see those showers continuing again, at least through the beginning of the afternoon rush home. New York City moving in a little later, but then continuing to watch it rain through the commute. Foggy this evening. All right, let's talk about the snow that we've seen. Reynolds, it really added up in a few spots in South Dakota. It's going to be a lot to ask for right now. 3 nights of cold.
Yeah, and
maybe
you know what?
One.
It's going to be a tough task in the middle and southern Appalachians, and I think the chances are pretty much zero. But here's the deal. New England has a chance.
Yeah.
Some of the models are coming a little bit colder now for New England.
And you just need a couple of degrees when you're up at elevation, right? That's where we're sort of flirting with.
That's what we're playing with. And you know, it doesn't even have to be freezing, right? Yeah. If we have wet bulb temperatures that are cold enough.
Right. We see that happening this morning in Snowshoe.
In Snowshoe, West Virginia, it's actually above freezing, but it's actually snowing because there's just a little bit of dry air.
We have a really cool explainer by Tom Nizzle later today on how you can actually get snow when the temperature's above 32.
Love it. All right, so here we go.
Off track.
Christmas forecast highs for Boston, New York, and Washington. This is just because I'm a New England guy, and I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. This is nuts here. 60 degrees in New York on Christmas Day, close to a record. Obviously, Boston and New York and Washington as well.
And this is how you do it. I mean,
if the European is right,
not tapping any cold air.
Yeah, if the European is right, you have a better chance right now. The GFS is colder right now, so we'll see how this all plays out.
The general trend has been warmer than average, and whether it's 30 degrees above average or 20 degrees above average, it's not going to be cold in the east.
Exactly, and that's a classic Jetstream signature here. We've been seeing this with high confidence now for about 10 to 16 days, and here it is again coming up for Friday.
I think it's interesting that it was warm last year also in December, and then we went on to have some big winter cold January and February events. So it doesn't mean that we're not going to get a winter.
That's
winter
a great point, Jen Carfagno. That is a great point. Average high about 41 degrees. Will be at 50 or above every single day right up to Christmas, and possibly even beyond. Wolfman, what are we going to do? Go 50.
Big picture on this Thursday. We are looking at a lot of rain across the east. We're tracking it for you this morning. We're also going to see some cold air coming on in. We'll track that, and the chance for some snow, maybe even in the east. But for now, it is rain. It is a rainy commute stretching from south to north. We're going to be looking and timing out the rain to let you know what your odds are of getting some dry road out there. And then there is a chill coming in. Believe it or not, temperatures will go back to average, a little below average, a little taste of winter. And we'll let you know how long this is going to last. And just in time, we got a little cold air moving over the still very warm Great Lakes. It's going to mean the chance for lake effect snow. We'll time that out. Look at the odds of which cities are going to get maybe even close to a foot of new fresh snowfall. It's about time, Jim Cantori. 30 minutes past the hour right now on AMHQ, but it's about time.
You know, it's interesting. It's all relative, isn't it? Because I saw you show those temperatures for Saturday. Temperature 55 degrees in Atlanta. If we had just come out of a cold spell, we'd be like, oh, wow, what a nice break from the cold.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, it's really all relative, but in this case, it's a cooling down.
Yeah, and you know what, for now, though, it's the rain that's